today I'm going to talk about many ways of doping. So let's start. First, I will talk about diffusion and ion implantation. This is the popular way to doping the material. So first, I will talk the mechanism very briefly first. Diffusion use thermal diffusion. So we put some heat on every process and then use heat to drive in the ions, some materials. And ion implantation also use heat. However, that way use only short time. Use heat only short time. So it has positive things instead of diffusion. So let's talk about more after. First, dopant diffusion. Let's talk about diffusion first. This is how the diffusion works. So we put some material on the surface. So we call that process pre-deposition. We put some material, we deposition the material on the silicon substrate first, and then we put some heat on the upper side. So because of that heat, that electron can some energy, and that means electron can be activated. So when the electron has activated energy, that electrons move onto the downside. So it means the silicon has get some outside material, and it means also doping is happened. So dopant diffusion works like this way. So first we pre-deposition some material on the substrate, and then we put some heat to drive in. So this is the diffusion mechanism. Diffusion mechanism also related with time and heat. So when we diffusion more longer than before, the distance of doping is getting far. So this is the graph of the diffusion. So when we pre-deposition, if we more time to pre-deposition, the distance of doping is gonna be far. Also, when the driving is also same situation is happened. When we do more time to driving, the diffusion can happen more far side. So we can know about the relation of time and diffusion by those graphs. Then Summer budget is the very important concept of diffusion, because diffusion and ion implantation is also use heat to doping. So heat cannot be turn on and turn off. Just when we put some heat, the temperature will gonna be high step by step, and then when we turn off the heat source, the temperature is also gonna be lower step by step. So it cannot be just 0, 1, that turn off and turn on. It cannot be work like that. Just it works like continuously. So we cannot control the all steps of that continuous situation. So when we want to put some heat, that exact time, just when we want time, the turn off and turn on is very important. So before I said that heat, when we put some heat to the material, it works like continuously. So that width of the graph, continuous graph, is also means summer budget. So temperature multiplied time means summer budget. So this is very important concept of the doping, because when we put some heat on the silicon or material, we should consider the summer budget and decide to how much heat we will put to the material. So summer budget is very important. And annealing is the way to recrystallize or something else. So annealing is very influenced by summer budget. So rapid thermal process, RTP, is used a lot. So the heat source is laser. So laser is very good heat source, because this can put some heat very short time. So the summer budget is very small. So laser is, when we do precise process, we can use the laser. And then short duration is very important to annealing, because remained heat can cause many problems, because the remained heat can cause more diffusion or something else. So more diffusion means that is not the situation what we want. So it should not be happened in our process. So very short time duration is important to do more precise process. So let's talk about the ion implantation. Ion implantation has positive things and negative things. First is precise control. Precise control is very, very important to make a specific pattern and small pattern. Ion implantation works. I will explain the mechanism of ion implantation first. Ion implantation works to positioning first. So that ion beam will use in this process. So the ion beam positioned the exact area that we want to dope in this area. So just we position that area, and then we put some heat at that time. So just put some heat that electrons can activate it. So after that process, the doping can be well done. So thermal diffusion, it works every area together, but ion implantation can work only specific areas, so we can do exact doping on that area. So this is the positive things of ion implantation, and it also has negative problems too. We should use plasma in this process, so the plasma is very important to use. So this ion implanter is very expensive machine, and also this use very high energy to dope. So this high energy can also cause problems that channeling, and channeling means the more doped, channeling equal to more doped. So more doped is also problem because not we want at first. So ion implantation can cause those things, those problems. Then I will talk about shadowing effect. Actually, I said ion implantation use ion beams. So ion beam puts some energy on that exact area. So we can draw the pattern, but ion implantation, that ion beam can little bit tilt because it is just error of our process, but natural error. But this ion beam, if the ion beam tilted, that this part cannot get some enough energy. So this reason we called shadow reason, because that area cannot get energy from ion beam because it is shadowed by those upper pattern. So yes, actually, so this shadow reason it is also that in the shadow reason cannot be patterned after the process. So we should control the tilt angle to not make shadow reason. So shadowing effect is always happen on the ion implantation, so we should control and check every time to make a more precise pattern. So lastly, we will talk about lattice damage. At first, I talk about ion implantation use very high energy to dope. So that high energy can also mean that energy can damage the surface. So when we do ion implantation, the lattice always damaged by the ion beam. So first, this is very crystallized material, but after the ion implantation, the material can be amorphized. So we do more process to recrystallize that material lattice. So we do annealing more and more to recrystallize the lattice structure. So today we talk about the doping ways, so ion implantation and diffusion. This is very important concepts to make a specific and exact pattern. So thank you for watching my video. Bye.